I want to stay real quick on this motive. I'd love for each of you to share, what do you think is a mandatory motive? We're talking about passion here and for leading people. So what is one that's just mandatory? You got to have it if you're going to truly love leading.
Two things, not one.
Go for it.
Because what we teach is everything rises on leadership, also falls on leadership. In other words, leadership is either the nicest thing that ever happens to a group of people, or it's the worst thing that ever happens to a group of people. But I think there are only two things. One is leadership skills. You have to have leadership skills. You have to be trained to lead. Yeah. But I think also good values. And I used to just do leadership skills. And one day I realized, well, when Enron happened in 2000, when all of a sudden what you put on the wall and what you walk isn't the same thing, and all of a sudden I realized, no, it's a values issue too. And the reason it's a values issue is the only thing that leaders have in common is that they see more than others see, and they see before. They see a bigger picture. Leaders always do, but they also see it quicker. And when I started off, 50 plus years ago now, you didn't have to see before. You just had to see more. But today, before is starting to replace more. Trust me, in the next 10 years, before will be prominent over more because of social media and all the things now that are AI and all. I mean, this is a day now, the fastest person doesn't win the race. It's the person who started first. And this is going to be very key because here's what happens. If I see more than you and I see before you, it's what I call the leadership advantage. I'm going to win. I don't mean this unkindly. I'm going to win. I saw more. I saw before. We come to the table, but I'm going to win. Now, the question goes back to your motive book that was so good, Patrick. Great book.
Thank you.
I mean, the why. Why do you want to lead? That Dave was talking about a moment ago. Now watch this. If I see more than you and I see before you, I can win. Now the question is, when I know I can win, what am I going to do with that? Am I going to make a decision to win for you, or am I going to make a decision to win for me? And that's why motives are essential in leadership. Because if I motivate you, which leaders should do, I move us together for mutual advantage. But if I manipulate you, I move you for my advantage.
And the irony is that the best way for you to win is to cause them to win.
Absolutely, Dave.
That's the irony.
Totally.
And if you never get the credit for it.
That's the inverted pyramid.
Well, yeah, I mean, Dave, if we come to the table and you see more before so I come to the table and you win and I go away and you come back and say, come on, let's do something else. So I come back to the table and you win and I lose. And about the third time you say, come on, let's go back to the table. I say, I don't want to go to the table with you. You win all the time.
It's like playing golf with you.
Well, no, don't do that.
You guys should play golf with me
I was
more.
Very
you feel
nice.
Really good.
I just talked about my game. I didn't talk about your game. I was so kind and so charitable, and now you are baiting
now
me.
You brought it up.
Oh, but since you brought it up, no, I'm kidding. We've had some great times, I'll tell you.
We'll get you right back to our conversation, but first, when you're chasing your dreams, don't let bad sleep hold you back. Avocado Green Mattress has customizable options based on your sleep style, and they make their mattresses with certified organic materials for clean, breathable comfort that are going to help you stay cooler and sleep deeper throughout the night so you can wake up rested and show up ready to win the day. Head to avocadogreenmattress.com/Ken for $50 off with the code KEN50. Avocado. Dream of better.
You know, there's a word that I've come to realize, and this is all about servant leadership, and servant leadership comes from Jesus, right? And that is, I would say, if you're not willing to suffer more for the benefit of those other people, and I like to say suffer because there are moments in every leader, lots of them, where you're like, this stinks, but it's for them. The personal economics of leadership are bad. If you're doing it because you're like, I'm going to get more, it's like you literally have to go, I'm going to take this job knowing that I will hurt more in order to protect them, and that I will then take care of myself last.
Yeah, Pat, I had a mentor when I was in my 20s gave me great advice.
Yeah.
He said, there are no 2 good consecutive days in a leader's life.
That's pretty good.
Isn't that good? He wasn't
So inspiring.
Yeah. It sounds so cynical and so, but I've appreciated, and let's put it this way, 50 years later, I'm still remembering it. Why? Because it's difficult. It is not easy.
Yeah.
I was being interviewed by a reporter asking stupid reporter questions. And she said, did you ever imagine that this Ramsey thing would get to be this size? I'm like, of course I did. I mean, how many people are in debt? It's not a small market. Of course I knew it was going to be. What I didn't know is how much manure I was going to have to shovel. What I didn't know was I was going to have to learn how to lead instead of being a boss to get there.
Sure.
What I didn't know was that there's going to be a lot of pain and suffering in order to get the other. So the end of that story is not just I have to embrace the suffering and the pain. The part of the story that's good is that it's worth it.
Totally.
Because it takes you where you want to go.
Of course.
Right. But if you analyze it on any given day or week, you're going to look at it and go,
Oh,
and
no.
And like my wife will tell you, like, this is coming at cost.
Of course
But it's
it
a
is.
cost worth.
Yeah. You always have to go beyond the immediate. If you
not worth
live
it
for the
otherwise.
immediate, you're not a leader anyway, to be honest with you. But you have to always understand that the cause has to be bigger than you and more important than you. And it has to be in the long haul.
Yeah.
The long haul. Leadership is long haul. There's no such thing as, and I think that's part of the problem we have in so many areas of leadership, such as government, where it's turmoil. I mean, where you're in there for just brief periods of time, in and out. You can't quick fix lives by just doing hit and miss leadership.